So the story is from 1482, and still almost 500 years later, it's completely changing the way I think about wasted time. So I've lately fallen into this Renaissance history rabbit hole, and I've been reading a lot about Florence, about the era of art and history, and I'm also reading this book currently, Leonardo da Vinci, the biography, and I came across this really fascinating story about him that completely confused me and inspired me at the same time. So the story goes like this. When Leonardo was 30, the Duke of Milan commissioned him to build the biggest bronze horse statue that has ever been attempted, and it was supposed to be a monument for the Duke's late father. And he said yes. And then he spent almost 2 decades working on it. He studied horses from every possible angle, he studied anatomy, he studied how to even cast something that massive in metal without it collapsing. And then war broke, and all the bronze that was supposed to be used to build the horse was melted down into cannons to defend the city. And when the enemy army took Milan, the clay model that Leonardo had spent years perfecting was completely destroyed. Oh my god, now think about this. 2 decades of work on something and nothing to show for it at the end. Can you imagine? He decided to dedicate almost 15 or 17 years on this, and in an era when people didn't even live long enough to see 40. When I read the story, my first thought was, oh my god, that's such a waste. Why would you even do something like that? Who gives that much of a short life to something that just disappears? I just couldn't justify it to myself in my brain. But then I kept reading, and this is the part that actually rearranged something in me. Because this is the 5th episode of Lipsticks and Life Lessons, I'm going to pair this whole story video with a 90s Bollywood lip combo. All those years he spent on studying horses, the anatomy, about weights and balances, none of that vanished along with the statue. It went straight into his notebooks and everything he made after. The knowledge actually never needed the horse to survive in order to matter. It just needed to have happened. He just needed to have gone through that phase of learning, and that's what mattered. And centuries later, people went back to his sketches and finally built that horse. In 1999, a bronze horse made from Leonardo's own studies was unveiled in Milan. That exact thing that he had spent 2 decades working on was finally standing there 500 years later, only because his notes survived when the original did not. And that's the mindset I cannot put down right now. Lived experiences and knowledge don't ever go to complete waste. It always amounts to something significant in the long run. Even when the thing you build doesn't survive, even when no one ever sees it, even when it feels in the moment like years spent on absolutely nothing. And once I started looking more into this, I found this exact same pattern across history in multiple stories as well. One of the most iconic ones is from Steve Jobs. So Steve Jobs used to tell this story about dropping out of college and then hanging around the campus and dropping in on whatever lectures that interested him. And he had no plan behind it, no real reason to attend these classes. And one of those classes was a calligraphy class where he learned about sans and sans serif type, about spacing between letters, about what exactly made a typeface beautiful. By his own account, none of it had any practical use in his life. It was just something he loved, 10 years later, he was designing his first Macintosh, and all of it came back to him. That's the reason that Mac was the first computer with real typography, multiple typefaces, and proportional spacing. If he had never taken that class with zero apparent payoff, that wouldn't exist. And because most of the computers afterwards copied the Mac, a lot of the fonts that you look at right now trace back to the calligraphy class he took just because he liked it. So this is definitely not a one-time fluke. One story existed in the Renaissance era. This story is very recent. And there are multiple such stories throughout the history that teach us the same lesson. Nothing you actually spend learning or working on something completely disappears, even if you can't see the result of it immediately. I'm telling you this because I need to hear it myself, to be honest. This channel is not my first attempt at social media. In fact, I've tried for 6 or 7 years before this on different platforms, but none of them worked out. I've tried more than once, I've quit more than once, and every time I told myself a version of, well, that was a complete waste of time. I don't even try to remember how many times I've tried because it feels so embarrassing. It feels like such a waste. But after listening to these two stories, I started again anyway with this channel. And some part of me is scared that this ends up being attempt number whatever, heading towards the exact same direction it did in the past. But I keep coming back to the horse because the statue itself was never the point. The years spending studying for it, that was the real material, that was the real value. So here's what I've actually started doing with this learning, and it's not exactly a journaling exercise, but what I do is I don't let anything I learn sit in my head. Now when something doesn't survive, whatever attempt just failed, I take whatever I picked up from it and put it somewhere outside of me. I add the skill to my resume even if the project never really launched. I put the story in my portfolio. I tell the story in a conversation to another person. I tell them what I learned from doing something which I did not know before. Because the moment it's actually out there, visible, usable, it stops becoming wasted time that is behind you. Then it becomes material you can actually build with. So if there is something in your life right now that feels like it went nowhere, like a job, a relationship, or a version of yourself that you tried to build and it just didn't work, don't leave what you learned from it sitting in your head. Update something with it. Say it out loud to someone. Make it real outside of you. So that's the story from 500 years ago, and a very recent one that has been completely changing my life right now. And if you think that this story has helped you in some way, give it a like. And if you think someone else, one of your friends, could also benefit from it, don't forget to share it with them, and let me know any of your other thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.